All right, entrepreneurs, listen up. If you're tired of that old cycle where more customers just means more headaches and more costs, this one's for you. We are about to break down a playbook that's completely changing the game, showing you how to build a smarter, leaner, and way more scalable business using AI. Okay, let's get into it.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Back in the day, a bigger factory gave you the edge. Then, in the internet era, it was about having more efficient software. But today, the whole game has changed. The new, almost unfair advantage is intelligence itself. It's the ability to learn from your own data and just flat out make smarter decisions than everyone else.
So, what does that actually look like? Well, it means we finally get to escape that old painful way of growing where every new customer added more weight, more drag to the business. Now there's a new model. See, more customers means more data, which feeds smarter systems, which creates this amazing positive feedback loop of efficiency. And you know what the real kicker is? You get to scale your output without having to scale your payroll. That's huge.
And this is exactly why you have to stop thinking of AI as just another app or some little productivity hack. It's not. It is the new operating system for your entire business. It's the foundation you can build on to create a company that literally learns, adapts, and gets better all on its own.
Okay, so I can almost hear you thinking, why now? What's the big rush? Can I just wait and see how this all shakes out? Well, the truth is, AI automation isn't a nice-to-have anymore. It's a strategic imperative, and there are some really big reasons why.
See, we're at this really unique moment in time where four massive forces are all crashing together. First, we have just an insane explosion of data. Then, you've got cloud computing, which makes all this incredible processing power accessible to literally anyone. Plus, AI tools are actually easy to use now. You don't need a PhD to figure them out. And honestly, the fourth one is maybe the most important. Your competition is already on this. The gap between businesses that adopt this and those that don't is getting wider every single day.
Okay, so you're on board. But let's be real. The tech can sound a little intimidating, right? So let's demystify it. This is not about you becoming a data scientist. It's just about understanding your toolkit, knowing what the tools are and what problems they solve. And the best part is, they're more accessible than ever.
First up is machine learning, or ML. The easiest way to think about this is as your company's own personal psychic. It looks at all your past data to predict what's going to happen next. And for your business, imagine knowing exactly which sales leads are ready to buy, so your team can focus all their energy right there. That's the kind of power we're talking about with ML.
Next, we've got natural language processing, NLP. This is all about teaching computers to understand and speak human, our language. How much of your day is just spent on communication? It's a huge time sink for any entrepreneur. Well, NLP can handle those first-round customer support emails or analyze customer feedback, freeing you up almost instantly.
Then there's the one you've definitely heard about, generative AI. This thing is like having a personal content factory that works for you 24/7. It can whip up social media posts, draft blog articles, write product descriptions. It can even write code. It's just a massive accelerator that turns hours of creative work into just a few minutes.
And finally, there's robotic process automation, or RPA. Now, if generative AI is your creative partner, think of RPA as your tireless, super dependable workhorse. It is perfect for all those repetitive, mind-numbing digital chores, like copying data from a spreadsheet into your CRM. RPA is all about getting rid of the boring stuff nobody wants to do anyway.
So you know the why, you know the what. Now for the really fun part, the how. Look, you have to have a plan, or you're just going to waste time and money. And luckily, this playbook gives us a super clear 5-phase framework to make it happen. It all kicks off with discovery. That's where you audit everything you do. Then, you move on to design, where you dream up smarter workflows. After that, you deploy the right tools, you monitor how they're doing with real metrics, and finally, you optimize. It's a cycle you just keep repeating to get better and better.
Now, this is where it gets really tangible. Just look at this customer support workflow. The old way is 100% manual, step by step. But the new AI workflow, it automatically handles probably 80% of the work. A human only needs to step in for the really complex stuff. This is what we mean by reallocating your human talent to where it truly matters most. It's a game changer.
And look, this isn't about just fixing one little thing in one department. AI automation supercharges every single part of your business. We're talking personalized marketing at a massive scale, smarter lead prioritization for sales, faster resolutions in support. It elevates the entire company.
Of course, none of this matters if it doesn't make financial sense.
So let's talk about the two big questions every founder has. What's the payoff, and what could possibly go wrong?
Let's start with the payoff, because this number is, well, it's pretty incredible. A typical, well-planned AI automation project pays for itself in just 3 to 12 months. Seriously, think about that. What other investments in your business give you that kind of return, that fast? It's just wild.
But with all this power, you gotta be smart. You have to manage the risks. The whole garbage in, garbage out thing is absolutely critical. Your data has to be clean. You have to watch out for bias in that data, and please, don't over-automate the really critical decisions. Always keep a human in the loop. And of course, security is everything. A smart strategy is a responsible one.
And this brings us right back to the core idea, the whole philosophy of this playbook. This is not about replacing people. It's about eliminating friction. It's about getting rid of all the annoying bottlenecks that stop your team from doing their absolute best work. It's about empowering people to solve interesting problems, not just check off boxes.
So, what can you do right now, like today, to get started? The playbook makes it simple. Your first move is to conduct a process audit. Seriously, I challenge you, this week, grab a whiteboard and map out every single recurring task in your business. Find the friction. That spot right there, that's where your journey begins.
And that brings us to the final, really powerful question. The tools are here, the playbook is written, the leverage is absolutely unprecedented. So, will you be the one designing your business for this future, or will you be stuck competing against those who do? The choice is yours. The future is waiting.